Conversate for a few.
Welcome to another episode of Conversate for a Few. I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan. This is not a podcast about classical music.
Absolutely is not. This is a podcast about hip hop. Bro, what we doing today?
We're going to talk about some of our favorite or some of the best opening lines.
In hip hop, huh? Okay.
In hip hop specifically. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, damn. I like that. And this funny thing is like, one jumped into my head. It's tough. But I tell you why it's not so tough today. It's because the topic itself came from Keysha McDougal, the hip hop mom from Straight to Tape podcast. Shout out Keysha. And she posed, shout out the whole crew at Straight to Tape, as a matter of fact. And she posed this question yesterday online. And of course, I got in the comments, but a whole lot of other hip hop lovers dove in the comments. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, we got to talk about it. It was too much fun having them, you know what I mean, having these opening lines pop into my head like that. So I figured we'd chop it up about it on Conversate for a Few. Extend that conversation on out. You know what I mean? So, oh man. So we starting in Queens or where?
I was going to start in Brooklyn, to be honest with you. I was going to take it straight to the top.
So good. Start in Brooklyn then. Start in Brooklyn. What's the first one you got down there?
First one, Big, Sky's the Limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. That shit.
Oh, yo, I don't have that one written down.
I thought that was the one because we discussed that. I remember I called you one day because did not always give Big his proper credit for having a crazy pen, right? And then when I started studying him more and more, right, I'm like, yo, this is crazy the way he can just put songs together in verses.
Yeah.
And then I just listened to Sky's the Limit. I was like, yo, that is a wild line to open up with. I'm like, yo, that's one of the hardest openings, yo. A nigga
it
never
really is, bro. Broke as me.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know a beautiful story is about to be told when you hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the hero's journey in a good movie. You know?
Right, and you gotta just imagine, and the listeners can imagine, we all know the beat. So just the beat rocking for a while, and then just hearing him say, a nigga never been as broke as me. I like that.
Right.
For your first line is crazy.
It's crazy. Salute Bobby Caldwell for that. You know what I mean? For the original to that too. But yeah, that's a beautiful one though. Like if you gonna keep it, we gonna go with Big. We gotta go with It Was All a Dream.
Yeah, that's one of the crazy. That's like,
you know what I mean? Like
staple.
Yeah. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Yeah.
So you know what that takes me to though? Like
he's gifted. But go ahead.
He's gifted. I didn't have It Was All a Dream written down or A Nigga Never Been As Broke as Me written down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I did have I Was a Fiend Before I Became a Teen.
I melted microphone instead of cones of ice cream.
Cones of ice cream. To me, that's very akin to It Was All a Dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You telling the same story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Big, what Big said when It Was All a Dream is an extension of Microphone Fiend. If you think about it that way, it just from the opening lines in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. When we said It Was All a Dream just then, it took me to one that I did have written down, which was I Was a Fiend Before I Became a Teen. I was like, damn, Big pretty much said the same thing. It was all a dream.
Yeah.
I used to read Word Up magazine, and it rhymed.
Right.
And it rhymed.
I ain't gonna front. I don't. Do you want to say more about this, or you want to go somewhere else? Because now you
go.
Okay.
Go ahead, man. Let it ride.
I had two more from him. I don't know if we give him enough credit. He may have been one of the best openers. He has some of the best opening lot. Rakim. So I got two down for him. I really had four. But Eric B. is president. I came in the door. I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me anymore. But it's fighting me. Yo, people that don't even know who Rakim is know that damn line.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Rakim was nice with it.
This stuff is just like the staple in just culture.
You're right. Some it was so profound at the time. It was so dope that it locked itself into culture. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like those things are there. That's definitely. What other ones from Rakim did you have down there?
I actually had Microphone Fiend, right?
Okay.
I was going to bring up that one, but the other one that I wrote down, I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. Yeah, that and the beat. See, and this is the thing we have to keep in mind: the beat that's going with it. The joint was that's hard opening, yo.
Yes, sir. It was. And right when you said it, I scrolled through the list of the comments of that post yesterday, and I ain't no joke was what popped into my view as soon as you said it. I was like,
that's funny.
Somebody had it on there. Yep.
Sure.
Man, I mean, the one I thought we had for sure that was gonna be the same was I Got You Stuck Off the Realness.
No, I was about to say that. When I knew it was big, and you originally said you want to go to Queens, I already knew.
You knew what it was, yeah.
The realness.
Yeah, that's a. Whew. He was a beast with the opening lines too.
So I feel like Rakim during his era had the best opening lines. Then I think next, I think Big, like just a few, Big, Prodigy.
Yeah,
I think it was just gifted opening lines too.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like they had it. They knew exactly what needed to be said first to set the tone. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a real one. I'm gonna take you back to one that's always been one of my favorites. It might not be like widely known, because during this era they did have a video for the song, but this wasn't one of the ones that I would consider a hit. I think they put it out because everything that was dropping was hits, so they knew that people were gonna pay attention to it, and they wanted people to pay attention to this particular song. And I'm talking about Public Enemy's "Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos." The joint starts, I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Come on, man. Yo,
that was crazy. Listen, being like young, because I'm years younger than you, but looking at that video when I was younger, that was one of the favorite joints. Like, and it made me think about like how to start off a rhyme, because I thought that was so like amazing. Like it just like I got a letter from the government.
The other day, I opened and read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Picture me giving a damn. I said never. Man, he was nice.
Nice. And this is the thing about opening lines. To be honest, for me as a writer, to me that's always the hardest part, is the opening line. I feel like if I get the opening line right, everything else will flow. I know what I want to say. I know where I want to take it and go with it. It is the opening line. So I'm really giving praise to these opening lines, because I'm like, y'all have some special minds to come up with this.
Yeah. I feel you. And you're right. And the funny thing is I felt like I always got it better on the second or third verse, like what I said first, because now I'm warmed up to the topic. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like Young Guns, for the life of me, I can't remember how Young Guns start, but I can remember the beginning of the second verse.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like every time you see what I'm saying? Every time I try to say it in my mind, I automatically jump to the beginning of the second verse, not the beginning of the song.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like that. So that opening line being maybe sometimes they got the sense enough to go back and switch the song around. You know what I mean? You have time to
Yeah.
play with it and be like, well, wow, that's a
Right.
lot stronger. Let's start this way versus, you know what I mean? But I don't know that it doesn't feel like that's what they doing.
Right. It don't feel like it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't feel like that. I put it to you this way. This is another one I wrote yesterday. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
Yeah. That M.
Like, that M. That's... What else is about to happen? Especially with the tension in that beat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, with the tension in the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right. Then they drop out everything except the kick. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. All right, that's... Okay, what's going on here? Is the story being told? I need to know what's going on past that. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the ones that might not getting out a lot of love, but it's very, 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 very well known. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of them ones that might not be your favorite, but it's super well known. You know?
Yeah.
What else you got down there?
Oh, I got some. Oh man, I'm about to be real with you. I got some stuff that people may not. I don't know. They may not feel it, but I do. That's why it's my list.
Yeah.
But this is a big one. Big one. All right, I got some shit. But Wu-Tang Triumph, Inspector Deck verse, I bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies, non-prophecy. Yo, that joint, and that has become it was all a dream. Basically, people know that everywhere. That is just such a famous opening.
On this list, that was pretty much said to be the greatest one of all time.
Oh yeah, it's funny you said that. I just got a list sporadic, right? But I'm like, in my mind, like when I wrote it down, I was like, this might be the biggest one.
Yeah, it might not be the biggest one, but it's probably the best.
Definitely the best.
Definitely the best. It's like with the way what the beat was doing, and then for him to come on and say it, what he said that way, it's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta listen to this song. You don't have no choice. You don't have any choice. You know what I mean? But to listen to this song, and it's definitely the opening bars of Triumph has to be it. It's written in here several times. You know what I mean? Some people wrote the whole first verse to Triumph. You know what I mean? Like, it's in here a whole bunch of times.
It has to.
It has to be.
But I mean, I've heard people in every profession know that opening.
For sure.
Some people that you wouldn't even expect. Fucking some random doctor knows about Socrates' philosophy.
Yeah.
How do you, like, what? It touched so many areas.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It crept into so many different facets of America and the world even. You know what I mean? So, I got to go back to Public Enemy. I got Here It Is. Bam. And you say, God damn, this is a dope jam. Now let's define the meaning of dope. If you think it means funky, nope. Come on, man. That dude was going crazy, bro.
It's so I want to say this about him. He may be underrated. I know people love the movement, the energy that Public Enemy brought, but I don't know if he gets enough. There's enough credence given to his actual pen and writing style and delivery.
And delivery, yeah. Like, people took his delivery kind of as a joke past the era that it hit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People kind of talked about it like it was in a kind of a buffoonish way, alongside what Flavor Flav was doing. But Flavor Flav is underrated too, because you don't know the hype man in hip hop until you know Flavor Flav. Right. You know what I mean? You don't know the hype man until you know Flavor Flav. If you know of hype man and don't know what Flavor Flav did, then you still don't know. So it's just like they were legendary on a lot of levels. But he was way nicer as an MC than people gave him credit for. Like, rhythmically, what he did with his voice, he was from another era. But you know what I mean? But he was running lines together in a really, really dope way.
Yeah.
You know, like he was off kilter with it. He wasn't just straightforward 1, 2, 3, 4. He was like,
right.
He was weaving and bobbing too.
Yeah,
you know, he was doing
yeah.
some things.
Yeah.
He was doing some things in there. So, yeah. This one is Riggedy Row.
This gotta be that. This is freaking Dawes Effects. They want effects, ain't it?
Got to be. Yeah, that's actually, yeah. That's a microphone checker, I think.
Microphone checker.
Is what it is. Yeah, microphone checker. Riggedy Row. Yeah, like, I don't give a damn, nigga. That shit, that
nigga. yeah. Nah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy. It was crazy to come on the track, and that's the first thing you say.
Yo, you gotta know the type of confidence you have to have as an artist to say, yo, this is gonna be my first lines on this joint.
And I'm gonna say it with such energy and force that it's gonna be a thing. Like, niggas is gonna repeat this after me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I enjoy that one. Riggedy Row did it for me when I was young.
Yo,
this list was pretty good. What you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna go here with another Wu joint, Cream. And this is what people don't. This is what people overlook. But when you go back and listen to Into the 36 Chambers and Wu-Tang Forever album, those are only two Wu-Tang albums worth talking about to me personally, right?
Period.
Now, but when you look at it, Raekwon starts off most of the songs. I didn't even notice that until I went back.
Wow.
Wu-Tang Forever, most of the songs Ray starts off. Mostly all of those songs. It's crazy. Now, here's the thing. Cream was one of their big songs, a huge street hit. And I think everybody knows that joint when the beat dropped. He said, I grew up on the crime side, New York Times side.
New York Times side. Staying alive was no job. God knows. Yeah.
That's it.
I grew up on the crime. Yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah,
he's another one that knows how to start off verses, yo. He knows how to do it.
For sure. Yeah. See, I like this conversation because we can go from like super popular ones to ones that deserve like credit for your lyricism, and then there's some that do both. You know what I mean? There's you know, the next one that jumped into my head yesterday was, look, if I shoot you, I'm brainless, but if you shoot me,
yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
And that nigga said, what's a nigga to do?
Yeah.
And then went right to the hook.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That boy started the song, look, if I shoot you, I'm brainless. But if you shoot me, then you're famous. What's a nigga to do when the streets is watching? Come on. That nigga went right to the hook.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. It was hard. It was hard. This is why I was saying this list was hard to do. Because when you start mentioning Jay, Nas, or Big, you may mess around and not even get to nobody else. They got so many crazy. I got 3 other Jay openings, right? I think that's crazy. Personally.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the next one? What you got?
I'm gonna give you this one. Jay-Z on Hovey Baby. They say on the giant shoulders much further than a giant. And I got the whole rap world on my shoulders. They trying to see further than I am.
Further than I am.
Listen to how ill he is. This was the slickest, most underhanded way of saying, y'all some little niggas.
Yeah.
And I got this whole game on my back carrying it.
Carrying this joint. Yeah, for sure. That's a fact.
Now, maybe I'm, you know what I mean? This may be a little biased, my next one, but it's the second verse, but it's the opening of the second verse.
Oh,
He says,
okay.
I'm so far ahead of my time, about to start another life. Look behind you, I'm about to pass you twice.
Back to the Future. Gotta slow it for the
Slow
present.
for my
I'm
presence, I'm fast.
fast.
Niggas can't get past
Niggas can't
my
get
past.
past my
You can't
past.
pass
Yeah.
twice. Look behind you,
Yeah.
about to pass you twice. Yo, that boy's
Yeah.
sick.
He's super
That
stupid,
boy's
dog.
sick, man.
Hey, and I gotta tell you this while we talking about Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
The second verse on Where I'm From, Marcy, may be one of the best verses in hip hop history. Like
I
it's
don't have no arguments with that. I know that verse. Yeah.
what he's doing in that verse is so intricate. It's like once you catch it, it's like a drummer's playing his words. But they're not where they. It's not where you expect them to be. It's like he's fluttering across that joint, man. I had to listen to it 5 times back to back. Be like, yo, wait, he's doing all of that on purpose. Like all of that's for a reason. There's not one word on there. There's not a syllable out of place. Like everything he said it. He was barring niggas up, and there's a flow in there that I think gets overlooked. Okay. You know what I mean? There's a flow on the second verse of Where I'm From that gets overlooked, brother, and it's beautiful. You hear me? It's beautiful. Like ridiculous what he's doing on the second verse of that song. It's second not even fair what he doing.
What song
of Where I'm From. Where I'm From.
Okay. Because I don't know why I thought you originally said Marcy Me.
Now I said Where I'm From, Marcy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you thought that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where I'm From, Marcy. And Marcy Me is another one,
that's
but
one of his best songs. That song is.
Yeah. And even the first verse on that, or the first open lines to that is kind of crazy. But, I digress, because people should go back and just listen to the whole verse, because it's
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a chef's kiss of a verse.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna since we going with second verse is
where news cameras never come. You and your man song in every verse in your rhyme. Stop.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Another crazy line. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hey, when you start messing with them, the upper,
you can be here all day.
You be here all day. Be stuck.
Yeah, you can be here all day. Yeah. Anybody watching this is gonna be like, yo, this is super New York bias.
I know.
But this one, I don't. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it today. I'm not even. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but we said our favorites. So the ones that jump to my mind be the ones that I grew up on is like literally my favorites. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. I'll switch it up. I'll switch it up. We'll go Midwest.
Yeah.
Common. I met this girl when I was 10 years old, and what I love most, she had so much soul.
Yeah, so much soul.
That line, right? That opening line. It reels you in.
I got it. Yep. There's a story to be told there. Yep. I gotta hear it. Yep. Yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm. He got a lot of them though. If you want to keep it real, like the way he, you know what I mean. The way he approached rapping.
Right. And I have another one from the same album, ironically, with the very first song, Resurrection. Now, it may not be like the most super popular, but it's awesome, like a bomb atomically, Socrates philosophies type stuff. Because he's rhyming. Yeah. I think this is one of the illest, and you got to, again, think of the piano beat and the way it comes in.
Right.
I stagger in the gathering, possessed by a pattern that be scattering over the global. My vocals be traveling, unraveling the abdomen. Yo, the way he just started he started on go from the beginning.
Yeah.
I stagger in
it's
the
like
gathering,
he had something to prove.
My pattern. Yo.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, look, I gotta tell you this one, dog. Picture the bum stumbling, humbled by the riches. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
that's crazy. I have to. Bro. Young Guns.
Yeah, that's the second verse of Young Guns. Picture the bum stumbling, humbled by the riches. Yeah, the sight's grim and the young ones know. Without dough, you can't go from Grim to Pablo.
Pablo.
Yeah.
Now you talking now. That's the ill one.
Hey, had to. That's the ill one. That's always been one of my favorites.
Right. That people may say that's a bias because to me, this is what I'm just me, right? I'm just gonna be honest. If I have to rank my top 100 hip hop songs, really, to be honest, it makes that in my top 50 personally. Young Guns.
I would sure appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, for real. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do appreciate that. But yeah, I that's a prideful one. I enjoyed that. Yeah. This is when you might not know. How ironic eating success rice for dinner. Life's a bitch, but you plutonic. You can't get in her. And mama hollering about a whole bunch of saints and sinners. But the saints ain't, the sinners can't. And you feel like you finna get your last and shit. But the laws of averages is that the good's first to die. So I give just enough of a fuck to survive. God, strike me if I'm lying. I wear this gray cloud so niggas can't see that I'm crying.
Yo. I don't know why I think that is like a Rom verse.
Nah, that's an unreleased A verse.
Word?
Yeah, that's an unreleased. That's an unreleased A verse.
Look now. Very first, I was like, this A. Then I'm like, man, that ain't no A.
Yeah.
This Rom.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. That is funny.
Dope.
That's crazy.
Dope.
That's
Hell yeah. Crazy. Yeah, it's unreleased A. I ain't never put it nowhere.
You gotta put that out.
Yeah, we gotta put it somewhere. Why not?
You
gotta put it somewhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, back to the boys. One we haven't said that we know is like maybe the greatest of all time, like for what it meant to the culture, and the fact that it's gonna be said forever, and it was said so early. Broken glass everywhere.
Whoa!
You know what I mean?
That man, he shifted. He helped to shift to make people like he put poetry. He put poetry in it. Yeah, but that is one poetry. It's so ill that it was recycled over when Puff and Mace.
Yeah.
Hold me down.
Yeah.
Everybody hold me down. Yeah. But broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the set. No, they just don't care. Yo.
Don't care.
Can't take the smell, can't take the noise, got the money to move out. I guess I got no choice.
Choice. Yeah, cuz. Yeah.
He was going crazy in the beginning.
He was going crazy.
That's a hard.
That's the hardest, maybe. Yeah. That might be the hardest. I mean,
broken.
You know what I mean? That might be the hardest. Everywhere. I mean, whew.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Wow. Yo, saying that reminded me just like when we talked about All the Dream, it took me to the same thing that Rakim was saying.
Yeah.
Saying broken glass everywhere and people pissing on the stairs, yo, they just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, took me to the beginning of Young Guns, the first verse. Picture street life, broken glass, glimmers in the street light. Picture the bum stumbling, humble by. Yeah, that's how it start. Yeah. Picture. That's how the second verse start. That's how the second verse really start. Picture street life, broken glass, glimmers in the street light. Picture the bum stumbling, humble by the Richard. That's how it really starts.
It just paint a scene that just draw you in for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what make the song so fucking great, man. Yeah.
Hey, man, we just gotta do more of them. That's all. It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time. But yo, that broken glass everywhere, yo. I think that started it all. You talk about opening lines, and if you want to talk about opening lines that were energetic and like this, the hip hop hippie to the hip hop, you don't stop made way for Riggedy Row.
Right. Yeah, the evolution of nothingness.
Yeah. Of nothingness but being something. It's just the rhythm and the energy that you say it with. You know what I mean? Like, cause Busta got off rah like a dungeon dragon. See a little draws cause the pants are sagging. Yeah. He got that off and we love that verse. Yeah. As I rewind from your mind. Heal up, real up, bring it back. Hey. Want that how he started that verse. Yeah. That's the opening lines of that verse, ain't it? Yeah.
I think so.
That fits on this list.
Yeah, it may have been it may have been a line before that, but it's close to the opening.
Yeah, I wonder what it was. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember that. But see, that should have been.
Look. If it wasn't, it should have been. Yeah, if it wasn't, it should have been.
Should have rearranged it. Maybe he would have made the list.
Motherfucker got bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks on here. Hey, Snoop got some hellified opening lines though.
He does.
I mean, a 1, a 2, a 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. Man, shit.
That's it.
Right, you knew he was. I mean, it was so simple, but that nigga was rapping. You knew damn well he was finna say some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was rapping, son. He was rapping.
Oh man, I got. And see, I'm trying not to be too. I don't even want to call it biased, but too much of in the same area. But I gotta say this one: the Ghostface verse on the song "Ice Water" on "Only Built for Cuban Links" album. Check out the rap Kingpin, the Black Jesus. I know a few niggas sniff coke, it cause seizures. Peace to Half Moon Seasons and all the just in the bleachers. Yo, when I listened to that, I was like, to me, that's a great way to start a verse off. Check out the rap Kingpin, the Black Jesus. I know a few niggas sniff coke, it cause seizures. Iconic verse around that. That was crazy. Perfectly.
Yeah, that really was nuts. Yeah, I agree. That was one of them ones. Yeah, that was definitely one of them ones.
Yeah, and that's to me that's one of I think one of Ghost's best verses. If people just remember that joint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of them ones that, like we said, is excellent, but might not have been as popular as other ones. But we're talking about technically having a dope opening verse. You know, it's crazy. Right. I got to go 2 Nas's.
Okay, because I think I was going a Nas, and I think you got to steal one of them. Go ahead.
Go ahead then. What was the one you was gonna say? I guess it's probably the same one.
Memory Lane, right?
Nah, I was gonna say.
Okay. Well, all right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say life's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like how he started that joint.
Yeah.
How he started? God knows it was just in my head. No, not Nas. I mean AZ on Life's a Bitch.
AZ.
Yeah.
Like both of the strong openers, but I think AZ was definitely iconic.
Yeah, AZ is the one that you remember on that.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Hold on. Which one? Hold on. Which one said it? Which one? Yeah, I can hear you.
No. Yeah. Go ahead. I ain't talking.
Oh. Which one said realizing the realizing life?
That's AZ.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's definitely AZ.
That's AZ.
Yeah, that's the verse that was in my head.
Nuts. That was one.
Yeah, that's the verse that was in my head.
That's one of my favorite openings.
That's up there with Bomb Atomically.
It is.
It is. You talking about nigga jumping on the track and like this is some really, really ill shit I'm about to say, and it just lead off, and you gotta come crazy after this. You see what I'm saying? Pause. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the ones that's up there on that list to me. You know what I mean? The first time you hear it, you be like, "Whoa, wait a minute!" Like you could have stopped the verse right there and it been fire.
Right, and you know what's crazy is that is some of the greatest. That is the greatest work that AZ has ever done. I mean, he got other albums that I like, but that what he did there, verse in the hook, that verse and hook is some of the greatest AZ work.
And that's sad. I mean, it's great because we got to get hold of it, but in the essence, like that's your first time hearing it. Him is the peak of him.
Right.
You like artistically, like the first time you heard him was as good as it was gonna get.
Yeah.
Not that it dipped, so it didn't dip a lot.
Right.
There's no way he was gonna be able to maintain that.
Right.
And keep it ascending. You know what I mean? It's like we got to hear Nas live on the barbecue. You know what I mean? So he young, is around a whole bunch of greats. He gonna be able to get better from that. You see what I'm saying? Then we heard Halftime. It's a good song, but it's not necessarily classic. So he's got room to grow even still. You see what I mean? So now by the time Illmatic comes around, we can receive all of it, pause. You know what I mean? But he didn't start with visualizing the realness in life and actuality. Fuck who's the baddest, a person's status depends on salary. Like, what in the fuck?
Your mom mentality, money destined to live the dream for my peeps that never made it. Cause we were beginners in the hood as 5%, but something must have got in us. Cause all of us
so the sinners. Come on.
Some are sitting in San Quentin. Others, such as myself, is trying to carry on tradition. Yo, listen, we ain't gonna. The only thing close or comparable to that he wrote is the Pete Rock produced joint on his first album, Rather Unique. Rather Unique.
Yep.
That man lost his mind that entire song.
Yep. You right. That's the next highest I would say is Rather Unique. Yeah, I would say that. But not to say he wasn't great for a long time. That's not what we saying. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't want people to get it misconstrued because we got mad respect for AZ and I think he was great for a long time. But that was such a, you know what I mean? Like that was such an ascension. The first time you hear him, it's like, yo, what do you do? What do you do? Yeah. You know what I mean? The perfect beat, the perfect hook, the perfect verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, it's not, it's a gift and a curse. So we gotta go with through the lights, cameras, and action, glamour, glitters, and gold.
Okay. Plant seeds to stampede the globe. I got it written right here. I was going there next.
So we in the same place.
We heard that verbal intercourse. You couldn't tell me nothing about Nas at this time. Through the lights, cameras, action, glamour, glitter, and glow, I unfold the scroll, plant seeds to stampede the globe. Yo, I'm like, nobody will ever be able to outrhyme him at that time. I'm like,
he was a special, like he was in a pocket at that point. It's like, wait, like because he was still close enough to Illmatic Nas to give you that. You know what I mean? Like, but it be better than what he did on Illmatic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the one thing about Nas. For a little while, Nas kept getting better.
Yeah.
At rapping. Yeah. And that's insane.
Crazy. Which was crazy. But
that's not even fair. That's like, he was getting better at rapping, bro. Like,
because that's post Illmatic. That was crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Live on the run. Police paying me to give him my gun. Trick my wisdom with the system that imprisoned my son. Smoke a gold leaf. I hold heat nonchalantly and graunchy. Things I do that's really never haunt me. Yo, he was just insane with it.
Yeah, but, he was doing too much.
Yeah.
He was doing.
I have three more Nas's down, but I don't think I'm gonna do all three even. But I will do the two. Memory Lane. I rap for listeners. Blunt has for ladies in prison. There's Hennessy holders and old school niggas, and I be dissing. Unofficial that smoke Looney Tie. Dropped out of Coolie High. Gassed by cocaine cutie pie. Jungle Survival. Yo.
Yeah, he was losing his mind.
The story, like you gotta follow that. You can't trail off. He reel you in right there. Yeah. I rap for listeners. Yeah. Blunt hands for ladies and prisoners. Hennessy holders and old school niggas, and I'll be dissing. Yo, he got you. He got you.
Yeah. Like what in the world was he thinking? You know what I mean? But the funny thing is, that's exactly what he was thinking because he said it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he let you know exactly what he was thinking because he said it. That's exactly what he was thinking. I rap for listeners. You see what I'm saying? Blunt heads, old ladies. I mean prisoners. He telling you right there. Like that was. Poof.
I remember the first time in 8th grade. I'm like, I gotta I gotta write like that.
See, that's beautiful, dog. Like, I never thought about it from that perspective. That makes a lot of sense why y'all niggas was nice like y'all was. Like you and Maker, why y'all niggas was nice like that. Because, I mean, when I was in 8th grade and the person that made me write like that, it was Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I had that experience that you had in 8th grade with Big Daddy Kane, the same one you had with Nas.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that kind of put it in some, you know what I mean? Like a perspective. That made,
right.
you know, yeah. So that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yeah. Y'all were blessed enough for the person that y'all got attached to stayed in the game forever. Like, we were still in the era where the person you could get attached to, it's going to likely be over for that person after a certain amount of years. That's still where hip-hop was at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know what I mean? You know, 6 years apart, but that's kind of that's a long ways when it comes to the way music was moving, especially at that time. Especially from 90, 89, 90 to 95, 96. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of movement in them eras. You know, it went from Public Enemy to Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
In that span of time. So yeah, things were mad different, man. I make your mouthpiece obese like Della Reese.
When I release you, lose teeth like little C's. Yo, that's what I'm saying. He yo, Big is one of the best. He's one of the best songwriters.
Yeah, and while we on it, it's just like, who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning. Wipe the coal out my eyes. See who's this paging me and why. God knows he was good.
He knocked him out the park. Big was
he knocked them shits out the park. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was knocking them shits out the park. Out the park. Yeah.
I'm a throw. See, I don't want. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna throw. This is my last Nas one. Then I'm done. I'm done with it. But at that time, right around the time when Nas first came out in '94 with Illmatic, we knew our artist wasn't coming out back to back. No one was dropping multiple albums in the same year, or even dropping albums that next year. So we don't. Nas goes crazy in '94. We love Illmatic. We don't get another Nas album into '96, but between '94 and '96, Nas is on mixtapes. He's doing crazy features. He's the man. He's like the god at that time.
Yeah.
'96. I will never forget this. It came out. I think his album came out. We can look it up because it's within 7 days of Jay-Z. Jay-Z album, Reasonable Doubt, comes out June like 27th. Nas comes out within 7 days. He comes out on like the 2nd. I think he came out a few days before July 4th. But he came out within 7 days. And yo, everyone was waiting to hear a Nas album again. That first song, The Message, which is ironic because it's pulling from the other song, The Message, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, where he said broken glass everywhere. When Nas' message starts off, fake thug, no love, you get this slug, CB4 gusto.
Yeah.
Yo, that became super iconic. Fake thug, no love, you get this slug, CB4 gusto. Your luck though, I didn't know so I was stuck though. Nuts.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was sitting here thinking, damn, it ain't not one Pac verse on here, and then it ended up being a Pac diss on here.
Right.
Yeah, but it's some Pac verse shit. I clown around with the underground when I come around. That shit right there when they first, that shit was crazy.
That was crazy.
Like the way he felt on that song. Oh my god. So but that Nas The Message.
That was a strong start. That song with that beat, when the beat dropped, and I noticed that too. If like the beat hasn't dropped yet, if you start rapping right when the beat dropped and you got the right lines, it sits in the listener's mind too and makes for a great.
That's right. That's right. Yep, you just got to say the right thing. It's set up for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What in the hell is that one? I don't know what that is. I'm not going to... That ain't good. I don't know what that was. But yeah, that was... Yeah, that's a dope one. That's a dope one. I think we got the top ones, though. Broken Glass Everywhere, Bomb Atomically. I do think I got you stuck off the realness. It was all a dream. Yeah. I mean, it ain't a lyric, but Go Shorty, it's your birthday, man.
Bro.
When 50 did that shit.
No, that's on the list. We gotta put that up there. That's up there.
Yo, when 50 did that shit, bro. Oh.
Cool.
It is a lyric too. Yes, the hell it is a lyric too. Yes, the hell it is, because people sing that shit when it come on. It's a lyric. I don't care what nobody say. Go Shorty, it's your birthday. Come on, man. That nigga.
Listen, is that the biggest one? That might mess around.
That might be the biggest one.
I don't. Is there anybody that don't know that?
Nah.
Okay, that's the biggest one, yo. That is the biggest.
There's nobody that done that. Yeah, it might be. It might be. It might be.
It's the biggest opening line to a song.
It might be, yo, to a hip hop song. It just might be, because everybody know that. Everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are, you know that one. You know what I mean? It's more catchy than When the Remy Hits the System.
Yeah, it is.
Ain't no telling will I fucking will I diss him, because that's rappy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and the other one is big. Right. You see what I'm saying? The Jay-Z one is big, so you can't really give Jay credit for it. Yeah, Jay-Z's was big, so
right.
Yeah, that him saying "go" at the beginning of that song, starting with the "Go Shorty, it's your birthday." Oh goodness God.
Yeah, I don't think a song has been as perfectly executed as that.
Yeah, it ain't been too many club songs that was more perfectly executed than that one. You know what I mean? Like there's It Takes Two, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. Like, you know what I mean? That was like a perfect. I don't know that they knew it was a party song when they made it though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that they was aiming for that.
For the way hip hop was made at the time, you can't tell whether that was dictated to be, whether that was intended to be a party song, or it's just the groove was so hot that niggas danced to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, but we danced to everything with a certain tempo. If it had a tempo, we was dancing to it. So they was all party songs, I guess, when you think about it. We danced to Public Enemy. That's a fact.
Right. Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We danced to Public Enemy, no question. I'm talking about hard too, flips and everything. Yeah.
Hey, look, but it's so funny when you said that. For whatever reason, MC Like Paper Thin video came into my mind, and I was people dancing to Paper Thin and going crazy in that video. The Paper Thin,
crazy.
They're going crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Cause the beat was fire. You had to get busy to that joint. You know what I mean? Poof. And that shit was crazy. Yeah, it's so many, man. We could do this all day.
It's so many.
Because my mind is firing back to the 80s when I was a kid, and I'm like, I'm not getting ready to start doing that. Like, I think we did enough to get people talking, and there should be enough where somebody be in the comments like, name all the West Coast joints we didn't name, because we didn't touch the West Coast, we didn't touch down south. We named 1, 2 from the Midwest. You see what I'm saying? So we know we left a lot out. So, you know, scream at us in the comments, man, and let us know the ones we missed out west and the ones we missed down south. You know what I mean? Because they important. It's just not necessarily what we grew up on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I already know one that people would say, straight out of Compton.
A crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
Yes. That's definitely good.
That's definitely one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely. Wow. Yeah. Definitely one of the greatest of all time. That's a fact. So that's what we mentioned
Snoop. So
I mentioned Snoop.
Yeah.
But you know how many artists they had over there that dropped heat. So we mentioned Ice Cube and Snoop.
Yeah.
And we done mentioned Jay-Z 5 times, Big 5 times, Eric B. I mean, Rakim at least 3 times, Nas 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We done mentioned the Wu 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
At least 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get it, but hey, we said favorite.
Right.
You did start with favorites, so that's good. So we didn't tell no lies. We didn't set the people up for no bull. So I enjoyed it though, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so like I said, hit us in the comments and let us know what we missed. Let us know everything we missed, because I know we missed a ton. But yeah, that's it. That is what it is. I'm gonna ask y'all to stay tuned for the limited edition Futane Clan merch. It's definitely on the way. Yeah. I'm enjoying how it's on the way. Go to all your social media, man, and follow us at Conversate for a Few. I don't care what it is, you know, go on there and follow us. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we dropping these episodes. With that being said, I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan. This was not a podcast about classical music.
Absolutely was not. This is a podcast about hip hop. See how I did that? Make room for the tag.
Conversate for a few.
Hustle. Welcome, man, they had to send me. Hustle from Raleigh, live from NC with your hosts, John and Alan. Relate to the two. You are now listening to Conversate for a Few. Check it on SoundCloud, debate with your crew. They talking hip-hop from the late to the new. From July till June end. No Fridays for me. Tune in. Please listen to this podcast. 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 Please listen to this podcast.